Check out Penthy Blog Official. Like, share, follow, and subscribe. This is the slowest person on Earth. Wait, I think I just outran him. Yep, I'm faster than this guy. Well, look who we have here. It's the fastest land animal in the world, the cheetah. They can reach speeds of up to 120 kilometers per hour. That's more than 7.5 laps around a racetrack. So, let's see if our deer can use his brain to outsmart the cheetah. The cheetah takes off with his long legs, propelling him forward like a furry little rocket ship. His powerful muscles contract and relax at the perfect pace, allowing him to accelerate faster than most sports cars. Now, the turtle was known throughout the forest for his intelligence and problem-solving skills. One day, as the turtle was basking in the sun, a group of monkeys approached him. They had a big problem, and they needed the turtle's help. See, their bananas were being stolen every night, and they suspected it was the work of a sly fox that lived nearby. The monkeys wanted to catch the thief, but they didn't know how, so they asked the turtle if he could help them. Of course, the turtle was happy to help. He came up with a clever plan. The monkeys would leave a trail of banana peels leading away from their tree, and then they would hide in the trees and wait for the sneaky fox to take the bait. And that's exactly what happened. The fox came along, saw the tasty bananas, and grabbed one as soon as he did. The monkeys pounced and caught him red-handed. The fox confessed that he was the thief and begged the monkeys to forgive him, but they were too angry to listen. The monkeys tied the fox up with vines and dragged him to the wise old turtle for his punishment. Now the turtle was a wise and patient creature, but even he was getting tired of the fox's excuses. So he said, "All right, I'm going to give you 3 choices. You can either stay in this tree for the rest of your life, become a vegetarian for the rest of your days, or tell us where your den is, so we can take your family away." The fox thought long and hard about his options. He didn't want to spend the rest of his life in the tree. He loved meat and didn't think he could give it up. But then he thought about his den. It was just a small cave that he used for shelter. What harm would it do for the monkeys to take his family away? It wasn't like they could take anything from him that he didn't care about. So the fox decided to risk it all and chose option no. 3. He led the monkeys to his den, expecting them to pounce on his family. But to his surprise, they didn't. The monkeys took some of the fox's food, but left his family alone. Then they set off back to their tree, leaving the fox and his family in peace from that day on. The fox never stole from the monkeys again. He learned that being caught was only the beginning of his troubles. The real punishment was having to face the consequences of his actions. And no amount of speed or cunning could save him from that. He's gaining on the deer. But the deer isn't just standing there. He's running with his nose in the air, constantly sniffing the wind. His heart is pounding in his chest, fueling his determination to escape. His strong legs carry him over the rough terrain as he dodges trees and leaps over bushes. Just when you think the cheetah will catch up, the deer makes a sharp turn, disappearing from sight. The cheetah, unable to match the deer's agility, slows down to a stop. He looks around, confused and panting heavily. Where did the deer go? He can't possibly have outrun me, can he? But the cheetah doesn't realize that the deer has already reached the safety of his friends. The other animals had known the cheetah was coming and had moved away. The deer had led the cheetah on a merry chase, all thanks to his ability to use his brain. That's very impressive. And what's the fastest land animal second in the world? You got it, the deer. I knew you could do it, buddy. Very nice. Now, when it comes to pure speed, nothing beats the cheetah. However, there's more to life than just being the fastest. Sometimes it's all about knowing your enemy and knowing yourself. Okay, our chase begins. So even though the cheetah is the fastest animal in the world, if he doesn't use his brain, he might just end up outsmarted by a slow deer. The moral of the story is that sometimes brains can be a better asset than brawn. Being the strongest or the fastest isn't everything. Knowing how to use what you have is what truly matters. So, next time you find yourself in a tough situation, remember the speedy deer and the mighty cheetah and use your brain to outsmart your problems. Once upon a time in the heart of the jungle lived a wise old turtle.